welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'll be showing you the Nicki Minaj look, the green look that she had in that What's That Speed About music video. And I'll be basically showing how I got that look and what products I used in the video. And all that information will be linked down in the description. And yeah. And any more questions you have about this look will also be linked in the description. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, for primer today I'll be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Rose, and I'll be setting that with powder today. Okay, moving on to the eyeshadow palette, I'll be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. I'll be first using that orange, yellowish looking shade. Basically putting that everywhere all over my lid, kind of to start out how I want the eyeshadow to go. And basically in the video, hers was kind of more like a transition color, so that's how I'm gonna use it as a transition color today. Okay, then we're gonna go back in that same palette and be using this lime green shade right here, and I'll be basically putting that somewhat on top and kind of blending that part down all over my lid, kind of create that faded look from green to yellow, if that makes any sense. And the brush I'll be using is a Mary Kay brush, an eyeshadow brush. Okay, moving on to cutting our crease, I'll be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Fair Rose. You kind of have that white base underneath, because in the picture she did have like a bright green, I want to say crease, a cut crease, I don't know. But I just, figured I'll use a white base to kind of make that green area more bright, how she had it in the video. And I'll basically be taking that on like a flat regular eyeshadow brush. It's by Mary Kay as well. And then I had pressed the concealer down with a white powder. And then I took this green shade right here and I just basically put it on top of like that white concealer I did, and it basically kind of helped get that green effect that she had in the video. I know you can't probably see it on here, but like in pictures and on like towards like the end, you'll be able to see it once I do my eyeliner and stuff. Okay, moving on, we'll be taking these two dark green shades right here, and I'll be basically taking mainly the first one and a little bit of the second one and kind of putting that towards like the end of my towards like the end of where I had blended that concealer, and like just the remaining area of the spot of that area, because I did see in the video she did have like a dark green area to kind of contrast with the bright green and the yellow. So I kind of put those two colors together to make that one dark color. And yeah, that's all I basically did. And then for eyeliner, I didn't have a black eyeliner. So I just used the Juvias Place Warrior 2 black eyeshadow and kind of create that matte eyeliner effect that she had in the video. And I try to make it big as possible, how she had it in the video. So yeah, that's all I did, and I just basically took that on the angle brush. Okay, for mascara, I used the Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. This is my favorite mascara of all time. But yeah, I just basically use this mascara to kind of like coat my eyelashes before I put on the actual eyelashes. And the eyelash I'll be using is the Amorus Silk Mink lashes in 3D20, and I'll be basically putting those on. I did kind of have to like angle it a certain way so that it can have like that make my eyes look a little bit smaller. And for the face makeup, I basically took my 4th Ray Beauty Rose Hip Oil and I'll be basically putting that all over my face and I'll be blending that out. And I also did put on some e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer as well before. And then I took my Maybelline FitMe Matte Plus Poreless in 370 and Deep Bronze and I basically put that all over my face. Can't be buying all the bottles, what you can't do. Supposed to be shining, but she noticed that my chain do. Late night sex, I won't see what that mouth do. Yeah, bounce that ass, do it how your mama talk to. Real made nigga from the trenches, do no pimping. I got 7 figures, bouncing in the. For concealer, I basically use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Deep Cinnamon and kind of highlight the points of my face because in this look she had was kind of very like light. It wasn't like heavy. So I just figured I use like a hydrating concealer instead of like a matte concealer. Cause the way and she had her makeup in the video was kind of like light and airy and not so like caked on, if that makes any sense. Okay, and for powder today, I'll be going with my Black Radiance setting powder in Banana, and I'll be basically taking that on top of wherever I put that e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I'll be basically powder down areas that I put that concealer, and I also took my sponge and kind of like pat it in some. And then I went back in with that BH Cosmetics palette, and then I just basically went underneath my eye using that green shade and kind of like finishing the look out and blended it underneath my under eye area. Okay, and moving on, I'll be taking some of my HD concealer in Brazilian Coffee, and I'll be basically doing a light contour. I won't be doing a heavy contour or bronzer or anything. I just did something light because in the video hers was kind of light as well. And now I'll be taking my Warrior 2 eyeshadow palette and I'll be using that red shade and I'll be basically using that as kind of like a blush because I know in the video her blush was like heavy, so I decided to do that. And then for my lips, I took a brown lip liner. Her in the video for her, she had a pink lipstick, but I decided to add a brown lip liner to kind of balance out a little bit because I didn't want to do like a bright pink shade up against my skin tone for some reason. And then I just did like a nude pink lipstick and just basically kind of ombre affected the best way I can. And then I took a Magic Collection Glowy lip gloss, and I basically put that over my lips. And that's all I did. And then for setting spray, I basically put that Wet n Wild Rose face primer, and I basically just set my face with that setting spray. And I took my sponge and kind of soaked in the product and like kind of make it look as wet. Okay, so here is the completed look of the Nicki Minaj What That Speed Bout music video green look tutorial. This look was very simple. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but yeah. All the products and everything I used will be in the link in the description below, and I also posted this on my Instagram if you want to check it out. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.